Welcome back. 8:35. Wedding bells for another Kardashian. TMZ's Harvey Levin is in LA and joins us this morning. Good morning to you, Harvey. Good to see you. I'm not so surprised about the engagement. I think I'm more surprised about where they went to celebrate afterwards. So go ahead, spill the beans.
Well, they went to a club in West Hollywood. Where else would you go? They went to Ace of Diamonds.
It's a strip club, right?
But I know.
Okay, talk about what we're talking about.
How they roll. This is a big deal. I mean, everybody thought when Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian got together in January that it was going to last 5 minutes, and that she was just exploiting him because of his fame, and that he didn't know what was going on, and the family said that she was going to ruin him, although he hadn't come out of his room pretty much for 3 years, and the exact opposite happened, that Rob Kardashian became a human being again, and he was out in public, he was smiling, he was in love, and they kind of consummated all of that last night, and he gave her a huge engagement ring and celebrated at Ace of Diamonds, but they are getting married, and that is a big deal when you think back to how bizarre it all seemed just a couple of months ago.
Yeah, and they've only been dating, what, 4 months now? So it is, you know, we thought it'd last 5 minutes.
February, maybe 3 months. 3 months.
Yeah, and the family doesn't, are they still not happy with her?
They've softened. They have softened on this thing, because initially they thought it was really bad, but now they're realizing, hey, you know, our brother and my son, he's doing well, and they can't listen. There's nothing that succeeds like success, and they're looking at him and they're saying, you know, he's happy, it's working, and she is doing for him something we couldn't do for him, and I think they've all kind of realized that.
Yeah, so maybe he's turning things around. Have you seen, as far as him being out and about? I mean, because it's been a while since anyone's really seen him. I mean, we haven't had photos of him in forever.
No. We didn't see him for 3 years, but in the last 2 months or month and a half, last month and a half, he has been out everywhere. They've traveled together. They've gone to the beach together. They have partied together. He's smiling out in public. There have been lots of sightings of Rob Kardashian, and he has come out of his shell because of her.
All right. Good luck to them. Well, here's a Hollywood marriage that didn't work out. I know we talked about this a little while back, because Gwyneth Paltrow had filed for divorce, but it was like more than a year, and Chris Martin still hadn't like returned the paperwork or whatever. But it seems like this is now a done deal.
Well, yeah, Chris Martin didn't return the paperwork because they weren't really worried about handling this in court. What they were doing was they were working with their business manager to divide up all of the property, and they have now done that, and they just have one document to sign, which may get signed today. They're going to file it with the court, the judge will sign it, and they will be divorced. What is impressive about this is the reason that document wasn't signed is because Gwyneth and Chris were in Peru, we found out, over this past week with their kids on their Easter break, so their spring break. So they are really taking co-parenting seriously, and even though they're divorcing, they've really handled this as well as any famous couple that I've seen. And when she said that this was all conscious and everybody made fun of it, you know what? They have done a really great job at kind of maintaining a balance with their children. And it's not like, oh, they're getting back together because they're going on vacation. They're just being really good co-parents.
Call me crazy, though. That's weird to go on vacation with your ex. I mean, I know you've got the kids together, but I mean, we saw this with Jennifer Garner and her husband, or soon-to-be ex-husband, Ben Affleck, because they went on a trip recently as well. Even though they're not back together, they're just doing it for the kids, which is a nice thing and very admirable. It just would, I think, be a little tough if you're going through all this other stuff on the side.
Look, Lauren, I hear what you're saying, and you know, I think the great thing about this is there seems to be a sense now that because you're divorced doesn't mean you have to be enemies. And you know, the new thing that has been happening more and more, and this is going to sound really weird to you, is that when two people divorce and have kids, what they do is they give the kids one home, and the parents rotate in and out, which gives the kids more stability. But it gives the kids more stability, and the parents go back and forth, and that seems to work for a lot of families. And so things are changing a little bit.
Yeah, interesting. Well, if you have the cash, I guess you can do that. Thank you so much, Harvey. Appreciate it. You can see TMZ weeknights 11 p.m., weekdays 3 p.m. here on Fox 4. You can also find a link to the show's website on ours, fox4news.com. It's 8:40 right now.